Hey friends, I just wanted to hop on and give a little life update. As of yesterday, 4 months ago, I stepped out of my full-time job in vocational ministry. I worked in vocational ministry for over 15 years. Last year was so wild. This stirring that started at the beginning of the year that something was gonna change, God revealing my time in ministry was done. I really wrestled with that initially. And it was such this process of prayer and conversation to figure out, what does that mean? What does that look like? Working in ministry specifically was such a personal and professional developmental journey. To step out of that was very foreign and shocking to me. It was a lot of trust and a lot of faith. It was hearing God's voice clearly. There was a lot of worry and anxiety in certain moments. I had what do you mean I have to step down? What am I gonna do for work? How do I make money? He just kept reminding me, I'm gonna take care of you, I'm gonna take care of you. But also throughout the journey, there was just this thread of absolute peace that the decision was the right decision and it wasn't being made out of resentment or anger or frustration. It was just time. That chapter was coming to a close. It was time and I had peace in that, even though there was a lot of unknown. That's one of the things I think a lot of people assume, I left that job for another job. I didn't actually have another job until a week before my last day. What am I doing now? Right now I'm just freelancing. I'm doing some different projects with a few different companies and organizations. So writing, design, curriculum, all areas that I'm extremely passionate about and I feel are my gifts and my talents. My life feels very holistically creative right now. It's really, really important and meaningful to me and our family. I think a couple of the things when I think about how I'm doing, which is great, I think one of the key things that I notice is just the clarity of mind I have. I feel the last year of my life, I really struggled having clear mind. I actually had a really hard time processing information. I had a really hard time sometimes even reading an email and understanding what it said, even if it was really simple. I had a really hard time speaking in clear sentences or remembering certain words. I really struggled. I thought initially maybe there's something cognitive happening because I'm getting close to 40, but I think it was just the level of information I was taking in on a regular basis, schedule, my rhythms, the amount of accessibility people had to me. I think I was just completely overloaded with just intake. I never felt I had a moment where I could just kind of compartmentalize or see it all clearly. I would fall asleep with just a barrage of information in my mind. I would wake up with that barrage of information. I sometimes dreaded waking up knowing the moment my eyes open, my brain will fill with information. And that was very overwhelming for me. I was constantly on and kind of had to live in this very extroverted state. And while I'm somewhat extroverted, it was very draining for me. And so now on the flip side, the clarity of mind I have is wildly different. I can put sentences together. I feel I remember words. I feel I can take in information. I'm reading more books. I'm writing more. My mind just feels clear, it has space to actually process. I think the other thing is just feeling I'm present. Physically, I'm at home more with my family more. My mind feels present. My spirit feels present. I can sit in this space in my home with my kids or my husband, or even by myself and just be able to experience the moment and not feel I'm having to rush or hustle or go get something done. I can just be. It's also incredibly freeing. I'm just looking at time differently and I'm still figuring out pieces of that, but I feel the rhythms and my schedule before, I feel I was hoarding time. I felt time was very few and far in between. I had to hoard my time, or because so much was being given, there was so much time output. Some of those times were wonderful, beautiful things, but still so much of my time was being given. Even when I had 30 minutes, I'd be I just want those 30 minutes to be mine. But because I was so exhausted and so depleted, I often spent that time, binge watching a show or scrolling on TikTok because I just wanted to go numb for a second. I just wanted to turn off any sort of information intake. I wanted to avoid making decisions. I wanted to avoid conversations. I wanted to avoid interactions that made me feel I had to be on it all. Now I'm just looking at time differently. My instinct sometimes is to still hoard. Go, wait. You have more time. I don't want to waste my time, but I also don't feel this urgency to always constantly be doing stuff. And so I think it's given me this balance of, again, presence and peace and rest, which is really, really sweet and wonderful. I have so much gratitude that the Lord really did provide, that the Lord really has taken care of us. Again, has proven that He can be trusted and that He is faithful. And He's done it time and time again in my life, as I'm sure many of you have experienced too. I have learned that when I do wake up, I need to get ready. I can't just sit in my pajamas all day without makeup on or my hair done. I work from home. My hours are incredibly flexible. And done by 2 to pick up my kids from school is so valuable to me at this point in their lives. We're raising ducks, making gardens, planting plants. Life is so beautiful right now. And I don't say that in a prideful or braggy way. It just feels like such a 180 from where I was at this time last year. My encouragement for those of you listening who have made it this far, if you're feeling a nudge, if you're feeling a stirring, if you feel like God is doing something in your life and it requires you to take a step of faith, do it. The growth that I've experienced in being more bold and more courageous, taking steps to deepen my faith has been so valuable over this last year. Just in a place I never thought I would be, and I'm just trying to soak up these moments as much as I can. But God is good through all of that. I would just encourage you, if it's a leap of faith you got to take the leap of faith. Trust God through it. And I imagine that what's on the other side might be even better than what you think or what it is right now. Thank you so much for just your love and support on this journey and in my story. I hope you feel encouraged. I hope you find some peace. I hope you find some clarity of mind. I hope you find a good book to read. And I hope you find something to make you feel inspired and creative today.